So, most important part of any service is the consultation. It doesn't matter what service you do, it's more about people than it is about the hair. So to be able to connect with your guest on their hair extensions and what their needs are. A couple things to consider. First of all, most importantly would be, are we getting extensions for density or length? Or both? When choosing your extensions, they come in packs of 20, the ones that we're going to be working with today. I have a couple guests that we get it done with length with 2 packages. Some require 3, depending on their hair texture. So when you are talking with your guests, you need to be clear and understand what their objectives are, whether they're adding length, density, or both. The next thing will be color. And when you're choosing color, use a swatch ring. I think I got one here. Yeah. Use a swatch ring. This manufacturer provides one. You can sit with your guests and really go through the different color selections. I don't have a single guest out there with extensions that have all one color. Because the manufacturer I use has options of packages of 20. Usually takes 40 to 60 to get it done. So we choose several different colors in the extension to create that texture and color. If you're on the fence, and you should also let your guests know that we should always choose an extension a shade lighter. And the reason for that, you can always tint it back, but really you will struggle if you try to make an extension that's too dark lighter. You disintegrate the integrity of the hair. It's just not worth doing. So when you're a little bit concerned about color, always err on the side of being too light, knowing you can tint them back. So in your consultation, talk density, length, color, and then you should really be clear with them about maintenance and cost. What is it going to take for them to maintain it, and what is it going to cost? Your guest is going to need to understand that they're going to have foreign hair stuck to their head, their hair. But the key is that how they sleep, in little things about they scrunch it back and tie it back. Friction is bad. So what we're going to have them do and explain right out of the chute is that they're going to have a slight lifestyle change when wearing extensions. Right down to their sleeping habits, how they tear their hair, wear their hair back. If it's really windy, they're going to put it in a braid. We'll go through a little bit more detail as you know we move forward. But the other thing is cost. Not only do they need to know your initial cost and know that when you select those extensions, there are no refunds and there are no returns. So you have to be bang on, and if you're going to err, you'd only err on being a little too light. Because when it comes to length and texture, you can't take them back. And so the ones I'm going to be sharing with you today are 18 to 20 inches long and are 2 different tones. As much as they're both going to look dark, you'll see that it's 2 tones. And my guest, before we even start, she's a longtime guest of mine, and to be honest with you, the only time that she's without her extensions is when she's here, because when we take them out, we put them right back in for her. Today will be a new set. So anyways, talking density and length, color, maintenance, and cost are the key components. When it comes to maintenance and cost, is every 6 to 8 weeks they're going to need to be back here to have them tightened up. No different than a nail fill. Nail clients come every 3 to 4 weeks to have their nail fill done. Guests of ours in the salon come every 4 to 6 weeks to get their color retouched. No different with long-time extension users. That hair is going to grow. It's not going to perform the same. So there's a service of a retouch where we take them out and put them back together. But again, consultation is paramount when in selection. Use your swatch ring if you've got one. If you don't have one, err on the side of being too light. Make sure your guest knows all about how they're going to maintain and what it's going to cost them to get it done. All right, now we're talking application. So you've got that guest in your chair, her hair should be dry and clean. Now what do you do? Most important thing is to understand, no different than hair cutting or color or perm, to understand the head form. Because when you're applying your extensions, you need to really consider of where you're putting them on the head and what effect that they will have when the hair is moved in any which 360 degrees of direction, whether it's up in a ponytail or worn down or half pulled back or high pony, low pony, it won't matter because you put your extensions in properly. So when you're looking at application, a couple things to be aware of. First of all is that area that we talk a lot of is the red zone, right? This little guy right here. We talk it in cutting, we talk it in color, we disconnect our haircuts from it, but you do not want to put a hair extension in that world. The reason being, anywhere in there, when they pull their hair up, it'll be noticed. If you want to have a guest push the panic button, have them let you know that somebody else saw their hair extension. They're going to freak out. So when you take a look at your extensions, understand your application stays away from the red zone or anywhere along the hairline altogether. From the back perspective, when you're looking at your installation, know that every hairline is a little different. And so when you're making your application, understand that you want to, again, avoid your red zones. Nothing goes in here. And that you need to tailor the installation to the hairline. I have some guests, when I started, I used to be able to put a couple tabs toward the bottom. That's something I moved away from. So our application is going to be in a brick-lay method, and starting from the bottom up. So using the tape-in, guys, which you'll see in just a second, is that we're going to start from the bottom. And the tabs will come in. You'll see me put one at the very bottom. Then as we move up, we'll move to 2. Then as we move up, if the hairline permits it, we'll move to 3. If not, we'll do a cheat. Move in to another one. Again, keeping a brick lay moving. Then we're going to move into 3 as we move around the head form. Always avoiding putting them in anywhere near that red zone. From the side profile, the key is going to be how you transition from where the hairline travels over the red zone. This is a key spot. That's a key junction there. And so as you moved up the back in your brick lay, you're going to then get to the point where at the elevation where the hairline rounds in over the ear. My recommendation is section out the red line, drop it, and then the first extension will go right over top of the void that the hairline gives us. Moving again forward with the next one, and then we'll begin a brick lay, making sure nothing travels over the ridge, right? This horseshoe shaped section here, nothing travels over the top of that into what we call the visible plane, or you'll see them. So the biggest thing with extensions in their application, what we're going to share with you, any monkey can do this, stay below the red zone or stay below the ridge because they'll become in the visible plane. Stay away from the red zone in your application and you'll be just fine. The nice thing about these extensions that we're using today is they're really forgiving. So if one goes in a spot, it's not working quite right, you can use your remover, take it off, move it, and reinstall it. No problems, no questions asked. Your wife knows all about it. What we didn't tell you. Your wife's actually a celebrity.
Oh, so can I not be talking to you?
No, there won't be any sound. No, there won't be any. Yeah, exactly.
Since we're looking at a Maserati. Found one from a guy in Toronto
I did not get that at all. You put your hand right in front.
Okay.
So we'll do it again.
Toronto Maserati.
Toronto Maserati. You know, this guy got one for sale on the Kijiji site or whatever, his Auto Trader. So I talked with my brother about it, and so he's going to see if he can track one down.
That's good.
No, you have to do it one more time because you honestly didn't see you put it in at all. Your hand was right in front of it. I'm not kidding.
And they say boys can't multitask. I'm talking to Roy, getting my video taken.
I know, but you should pay attention to the video right now.
This is going to be like on the Academy Awards of hairdressing how-tos.
It is, yeah.
Cheryl's head's gonna
This
be
is DJ conquering the world. one hair extension at a time.
Yeah, a little girl out of Moose Jaw asked me to show her how to do these, and I don't want to drive to Moose Jaw to show her.
Please show the extension. this
You're awfully
time.
bossy. You became a producer or a director right away. I thought she just came in as the camera.
You don't cut the extensions, eh?
Yeah, if we need to, we do whatever it takes. Blend them in, make them pretty.
You may not ever ask me to be a videographer again
Wow, you're doing a good job.
until you watch it.
Well, the nice thing about it is not.
Do they
going
have
for-
anti-shake?
Yes, they do. Actually, on iMovie. That's good.
Awesome.
That's all we need. Okay, now that we have those extensions in on that guest of ours, we need to talk a little bit about removal and what it's going to take to take them out and retab an application. The nice thing about it, once we take them out and retab them, the application is the same, it doesn't change. But something you need to know and have on hand with you is how to use your solvent. The solvent is what's going to break down the adhesive in the tabs that we use. This manufacturer provides their own dedicated solvent. We're going to share with you in a video just how to go about that. Again, this is from my perspective, what I do in my 4-foot square. The manufacturer may have some different points for you, so you might want to read up on that, whatever manufacturer you're using. But we're going to be using a solvent to remove the tab, and then the key will be re-tabbing them. And the retab I recommend you do immediately when you take them out. You'll see us do this in the video. But when we take them out, we use our tabs immediately because the solvent softens the adhesive. And then when we go in and put our tab right in over the top, what you're going to find is that it stays a lot better. Because as that solvent dries with a new tab on it, that it adheres much better as if we were to let it dry and then re-adhere a new tab. So again, the key point is use your solvent. As soon as you have those extensions pulled apart, get the tab on there immediately and let them dry with the new surface, and those things will last forever. So again, have a look at what we do next. How close can you get to that? You see it okay? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. It came out easy. Go to school. It's
Okay, yeah.
instructional. You good?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take this and retab them. That's good. Okay, everybody, that kind of wraps up what we had to share on hair extensions today. I hope you took something home that you can use. Again, what we shared was just what we do behind the chair and in our 4-foot square. Not representing a manufacturer of any kind. So when you make a selection on your extensions, be a student of the game and do your homework. Get to know their manufacturer's recommendations. Learn a little bit, and I know you'll be that much more effective in your application. If you have any other questions about anything, hair extensions or anything else, please see us at salondna.ca or send us a question via Facebook. Really looking to connect with other people in their 4-foot square on what's going on in the industry. Going to an exciting show this week. We're in a multi-manufacturer show. Hope to learn a lot and maybe see some more of you out there. But again, if you have any questions or want to contact or anything you want to work on together, see us at Salon DNA and ask us a question at salondna.ca or see us on Facebook, and we'd love to hear from you.